What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Today we are using this really cool Reshiram team built by Somerandomgamer. They did comment on one of my videos talking about this team and I was really excited to check it out. I think Reshiram is a really cool and underappreciated restricted. It does have a pretty good matchup into a lot of the meta, mainly Zacian because of the fact that it deals pretty well with non-play rough Zacians as well as things like Xerneas because Xerneas doesn't have super effective damage because of that fire secondary typing. Similarly, fire and ground are very effective offensive types, so I'm really excited to see what this can do. Also, on a more selfish note, because I'm using a Reshiram team on the channel, I was going to build one, and now I can build something else that I was a little bit more excited about. So a little bit about the team. We do have this really cool Psychic Seed Reshiram, which I think is really great, paired alongside with Tapu Lele, carrying that Scarf. So, right, you have ways of dealing with Calyrex by being able to outspeed it, hit it with Shadow Ball, Psyshock for hitting on the physical side, Moonblast for just overall good fairy damage, and finally Nature's Madness. I think that's a really cool tech, just in those situations where you need some extra damage, but you don't really get it. I'm kind of going all over the place here. I think just mainly because Regieleki and Urshifu kind of speak for themselves. They hit hard, they go fast, they do what they got to do. Next up, talking about we have Venusaur, not something you see very often, especially not on a Groudon team, right? We have to manually set the sun with Whimsicott, which is really nice in the fact that, if it's a Switch War, you can guarantee to set that up against something like a Kyogre. This Venusaur does have Solar Beam, which is really great. Sludge Bomb protects Sleep Powder. So overall, I think a really good set. Earth Power is an interesting give up. It does make your match against Incineroar a little bit trickier, but you're usually not going to want to stay in versus an opposing Incineroar. And finally, we do have Whimsicott with Moonblast, Helping Hand, Sunny Day, and Tailwind. Helping Hand can really get you some big hits. Sunny Day obviously boosting that Blue Flare. Tailwind great for speed control, and Moonblast for some damage. I think it is a little interesting not running Protect or Sash on Whimsicott, especially given the prevalence of Fake Out users, but you do have access to things like Tapu Lele and things to deal with that. So we do have the rental on screen. I will make sure to include the paste in the description, and with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move into the first game. Alright, battle number 1, and it is Rayquaza. So this is a little bit of an interesting one, because we can't really bring Sun. It is Rayquaza, Regieleki, Tapu Fini with Incineroar, Ditto, and Serena. So I actually really like Reshiram here, right? Reshiram has good damage for things like Serena. It also has good damage for Incineroar. Tapu Fini a little bit struggles, but also Regieleki as well as Rayquaza. So I think Regieleki is huge here, as is Reshiram. Tapu Lele, also I think a really great option. And I'm just trying to figure out what in the last spot, right? I think... does Venusaur have merit without Sun? Venusaur... It's just because it's only Solar Beam. But it does have Sludge Bomb. It does have Solar Beam. So it does really well into a lot of this team. I like Urshifu. Let's bring Urshifu. It does make the Fini matchup a little bit harder, but I think it's still fine. We still do have good damage onto it. I think it'll just be a matter of positioning the board and the question of do they bring their Alecki and how do speeds kind of interact. Because I think if we can win a speed tie and lower their Rayquaza before they can lower our Reshiram, we're in a good spot. So we do see instant Rayquaza. So what? They can potentially go for a Sword Stance. I'm honestly fine to double protect. I could double protect here. Say, hey, if you want to set up a Sword Stance, that's fine. Because that'll stop your Fake Out, and then we can go for a Draco Meteor next turn. So yeah, I don't really see... Oh, it's Dragon Pulse, not Draco Meteor. So that's actually important too, because we will take the less damage, but we, one, have 100% accuracy, and we also are in a better position in the event that we don't get the KO and need to go for a second turn. So I do expect to see a potential Sword Stance as well as a Fake Out, just trying to get that set up. But because of the fact that we do have Regieleki, I'm fine to go for something like a Dragon Pulse the subsequent turn. As, yep, we will see a Fake Out into a Lecky, which suggests, yep, there's the Sword Stance. So this is a little bit of a pivotal turn. I'm going to go for an Electro Web as well as a Dragon Pulse into Rayquaza. I could Earth Power Ensign, calling the Protect on Rayquaza. I'm fine with that. We have Lele. Yep, we are going to see that. So this should... I could have doubled onto Ensign just to play it super, super safe. But I'm expecting a parting shot from Ensign onto this Reshiram, and I'm hoping the combined damage... Don't think we're going to get it, unfortunately. So they will be able to get that parting shot onto Reshiram. That's really good damage, but it's not enough, as we do see the berry revealed. So it's fine that it'll go down to one more, but you pretty much have a free parting shot into the Reshiram slot. Or actually, you just go for a Flare Blitz. So this is... And we survive. Unfortunately, not enough for a KO, but I think it's not in range. I'm going to do this. I'm going to Dragon Pulse into this slot. I don't think it's in range of another Electroweb, as we do see a switch, which is fine with me, which is great. It's Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini is going to take a lot from this hit. We do have Lele in the back. Oh, that was a really good switch, because Misty is going to reduce the damage output of my attack. Very smart. Dragon Pulse will be halved as a result of Misty Terrain. Let's just see how much it does. Looks like a critical hit. Or a Focus Sash. We can bring out Lele. And then what? Oh, I really wish Lele had a spread move right now. I think we can live a hit from Fini. What? We do... Oh, we get the special defense boost. So we should target into Rayquaza, right? We can go for a Moonblast here, and then go for Earth Power into Fini. I think that's fine. We should be able to live one hit. I would love that to be Incineroar. It's gonna be Ditto, so that's fine, right? This is gonna be a super effective hit into Ditto. So worst case, we will be able to pick up a knockout here, right? We should be able to get a knockout onto this Rayquaza. As no, you're just gonna go for a Protect. That's fine. I expect to see. Oh, you're gonna get my special defense boost. Okay, that's fine. That's really good damage. All honesty, I'm fine to wait. Check summary. Lele is 158 versus 139. So even if you're Scarf, Lele will be faster. I wanna hope that this is enough to pick up a knockout. I think it'll come close. Just looking at how much I mean, Reshiram is super effective. We will see Rayquaza switch in. Please be Incineroar. That's fine with me. We will be able to pick up the knockouts, assuming that we live with Reshiram, which puts us in a really good spot overall. Okay, so we will hit this Moonblast. Please KO. It's not going to KO. We are going to see a Dragon Pulse into our Reshiram. At +1, we probably are not... We do live. Okay, that's great for us. That's going to let us Dragon Pulse onto this Incineroar for the knockout. So that's going to go down. We just need to play a little bit cautiously. Because now, what? It could be Scarfed. We don't actually know if it's Scarfed. If it's Scarfed, that's great because you're locked into Dragon Pulse, which can't harm Lele. We will see Fini, which I think makes sense. You're going to have Dragon moves. I feel like I don't want to lose Lele. I'm going to go for a Moonblast onto Ditto. Go for an Earth Power here. I think we should be able to KO the Ditto from this range. I should have paid attention more. If you switch out into Rayquaza, that's fine. So the thing is, we have to preserve Lele. Oh, you set up Misty Terrain. So we're going to do more with Moonblast. Okay, that's great. Moonblast is going to do more. So that's going to pick up the KO onto the Reshiram. We can then go for an Earth Power onto this Fini. Feeny takes a little bit of chunk. We do get a very critical special defense drop, as we will see a Moonblast come out. I'm guessing up into Lele. Lele does not take that as well as I would have liked. We do have the special defense drop. I think we have to preserve Lele in this situation. We do have Sucker Punch. We have Sucker Punch on Urshifu. So what we do is we go for a... I forget who is faster. I'm gonna do this. Why am I doing this? That is a very good question. We will see an extreme speed onto the Lele. That's fine. We do connect the Dragon Pulse. Great. Also good to know that Reshiram will outspeed this Rayquaza. So Feeny can theoretically only KO one of us. And then from there, we can bring out Lele and go for really strong Psychic. We are going to see Moonblast into Reshiram. Reshiram, I think, at this point is fine. We do threaten Wicked Blow, which even though it's not going to be very effective, I think that that's still fine. Do I go for Psyshock or do I go for... That's a question. Psyshock or Moonblast? They are at -1 special defense. Tapu Fini tends to be more specially bulky. I'm going to go for a Wicked Blow. Moonblast is stronger. I'm going to go for a Moonblast. Right? Just because of the fact that we can lower some stats with it. And yeah, or we can just get it that low and KO with Urshifu. Cool. Okay. That was scary. Lucky critical hit. Obviously, it was Wicked Blow. Nice first game. Like I said, some really scary moments, but glad we were able to pull it off. I think Reshiram functioned really well here, being able to play around Rayquaza, being able to put really good damage onto the Incineroar and really kind of set up for Lele in the end game. And then especially when we got the special defense boost, having that option of sponging some hits that we would not have normally had. But like I said, really good first game. Let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is Giratina. It is Giratina with Heliolisk, Zapdos with a, what is it called? Comfey, Incin, and Rillaboom. So I really like Lele here, but I don't want Lele on the Switch. I also really like Urshifu here. Urshifu is great, Lele is great. So what? Urshifu, Lele, Reshiram. Does Venusaur offer any benefit? Wimmy is Helping Hand. So in that regard, Wimmy is really nice. Regieleki, probably not. Venusaur has Sludge Bomb for one thing. It does offer Sleep. I'm going to go with Wimmy. And I'm going to bring Lele 4th. Just with the idea... do I want to lead Urshifu? I'm going to do that. I think there's an argument to lead with... what's it called? To lead with not that. What's nice is we can stop Comfey from going for Draining Kiss into Urshifu, as it will have higher priority with Triage, but we're not super worried about that. We also do, like I said, have Whimsicott with access to Helping Hand, as we will see Heliolisk Rillaboom. So I don't know. I could double protect. I could actually switch out... Okay, I could switch out Urshifu, Blue Flare into the Rilla slot. Or what? We bring out... Nope, we bring out Lele here. And... I'm going to go for an Earth Power and a Heliolisk. Just because I care about that more. I am potentially putting Lele in a less than ideal position. But like Rillaboom probably is not going to want to stay in, or if it is, it's just going to go for a Fake Out. Probably into the I would call a Fake Out into Reshiram, just to try and stop that from damage. So let's see. Lele, I think getting Psychic Surge up is really huge. We do, I mean, oh no, wait, I was gonna say, we do need a way to deal with Rillaboom. Good thing we have this giant fire dragon that can hit it in the face. We will see a fake out. Yep, called it. Into Urshifu. As we do see a glare come out, a little less than ideal, as we do get paralyzed on the Reshiram, but unfortunate paralysis. I like Psyshock into Rillaboom. I like Blue Flare into Rillaboom. Let's get rid of Rillaboom. This Heliolisk is going to potentially be a problem, just because of the fact that it is glaring everything, and that's really frustrating. But I think as long as we can leave Urshifu unglared, that's a word, we should be fine. We will reveal Sash on Lele, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm kind of praying for a miss, and taking advantage of the fact that most Rillabooms are Assault Vest, so Psyshock should do good damage into it, as we do see a switch into Giratina. So we will get some good damage with this Psyshock. And let's kind of see how much that does. Psyshock comes out. It will do... It's a good chip. It's a really good chip. Oh, it's a critical hit. I was like, wow, great chip. They will hit a second glare, unfortunately, which less than ideal. I think, honestly, it could have been better to double target into Helio. Oh, wow, we got a double crit. I was like, oh my god. And it's leftovers. Okay, that's really good to see. It is going to be a leftovers variant. I'm fine to go for a Psyshock here, as well as a... Let's not risk it. Let's go for a hit here, because I need to get rid of this Heliolisk, because Urshifu wins in this endgame. We will see a swap out into probably... Oh, into Comfy, which is fine. We will get some chip damage onto it. Giratina going to protect, also fine. This means what? You're gonna heal. You're gonna heal. Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter. Lele was hitting into Giratina. We do get some good chip onto Comfy. I'm fine to double. Okay, because now we know they're 4, right? Your objective is to sit in with Giratina all day. I'm fine to double up into Comfey as a result. Blue Flare has a chance to miss. We're risking it for the biscuit. I think, like I said, if we can, if we get rid of Comfey, your ability to heal Giratina goes significantly down, because we can't race you on that. We do, like I said, still have Yershfa as well as Wimmy. We do have Tailwind and Helping Hand and Sunny Day, which can hurt Heliolisk. So like, we do have options there. I think getting rid of Comfy is going to be what's most important, though. As yep, we do see a Floral Healing. We will have to take probably a Shadow Force from Giratina. So I'm guessing you're going to Shadow Force into the Lele slot. You could also go for a Shadow Ball, which would be very sad. We will see a Hex come out, smart, onto Lele. Lele gonna survive. Love to see it. Reshiram, Blue Flare. We will miss on Comfy, but you cannot triage into me. So I'm fine to still pressure with that, as well as go for a Blue Flare on a Giratina, because what you could do is you could switch out into Rillaboom to get rid of that Floral Healing to KO the Lele. But if you do that, we'll catch you on the switch and hopefully hit you with a Blue Flare. So this is awkward, right? Because now you have Comfy around. It's not the worst, right? Because we know you're 4. No switch? Okay, so, I mean, that's also an option. Lele is going to get paralyzed, so we're not getting the best luck with that. Earth Power is going to come out into this Lele. We can now bring out... We can bring out Urshifu, in all honesty. We do at least hit the Blue Flare. A burn would be lovely. Survey says... No burn. Yeah, because I don't want you to go for a Draining Kiss. That's tricky. Let's bring out Wimmy. Wimmy should still outspeed. I want to get rid of Comfy really, really badly. That's my objective. Get rid of Comfy. Once we get rid of Comfy, what else do they have? They have Rilla and Heliolisk. Let's do this. And not ideal. We need to preserve Blue Flare. And Giratina has pressure. Like I said, I'm not really worried. Go team. Get a little bit of chip. Love to see that. Hex comes out onto Reshiram. Gonna do not much. Oh, because we do have the Psychic Seed boost. We will get paralyzed, unfortunately. I just need to keep putting on pressure with Wimmy. That's the plan. I'm gonna go for a Moonblast here. I'm gonna go for an Earth Power here. If you're ally switching, you're not healing, so that lets us get damage. If you're healing, you're not ally switching. This puts us in the best position. We do see a Floral Healing come out. Argument for what is it called? Double targeting the Comfy slot exists. God, that's so much recovery. Please, please, please let us KO. Boom. Get the knockout here. That's huge for us. We can Tailwind, right? Yeah, Reshiram, not going to like that too much. We do have our Shifu. So, like I said, we do have that advantage there. What? I feel like I can carry this with Urshifu, right? Urshifu should one-shot a lot of this team. We are going to see Heliolisk come out. I want to go for a Tailwind and go for a... Let's go for an Earth Power here. Giratina, I think I'm fine just to let kind of hang out. Because you want to get a Hex onto... You want to Hex my Wimmy. But Wimmy doesn't really care too much. I would love for it to miss. You know, like, that is a thing that you can do. As we will see a Hyper Voice. Interesting mix-up. We do get a little bit of chip here. We will, thank God, hit this Earth Power. If it's not Scarf, or... is it Sashed? It is Sashed. Wimmy should live a hit, though. So we will see the Hex come out onto Reshiram. That's totally fine with me, because now what we can do is we do have Whimsicott. Whimsicott can go for a Moonblast. Moonblast onto Heliolisk. Because, yeah, we're under Tailwind, so there's no way you outspeed, even if you're Choice Scarf. So we have a very safe hit here, as well as a Wicked Blow onto Giratina. You can't protect into this. This lets us protect in the face of Rillaboom, and then... we still do have to be a little bit weary. We are going to see no Protect, interestingly enough. That is not as much damage as I would have liked. I'm going to be real honest. I really wanted that to do more. Probably a Will-O-Wisp is going to come out. Yeah. We are going to see Will-O-Wisp. Thank you, Urshifu, for avoiding the attack. We can... What? We can protect Urshifu. Protect Urshifu. Go for a Moonblast onto Giratina. Helping Hand to KO Giratina. And then Helping Hand to KO Rilla. Or what? Do we... this is tricky. I would like to... Let's go for a Moonblast here. Go for a Protect on Urshifu. The correct play would be what? To fake out into double target Wimmy. Fake out into Urshifu, that's great. Potentially a Will-O-Wisp as well. We will... Oh yeah, wait, we go first. Good chip. That puts it in Wicked Blow... I'm guessing that puts it in Wicked Blow range. We are going to see, yep, a Will-O-Wisp once again come out into Girshfa. So this lets us go for... This lets us hit into their Rillaboom with Whimsicott, as well as go for... Yeah, because Wicked Blow did about half. So what we can do is we go for a Moonblast onto Rilla, and we Wicked Blow once again onto Giratina. That'll KO Giratina. We do still need to be a little bit cognizant of how much we're going to take from a Grassy Glide. As we're going to see no Grassy Glide, actually. So we're going to see probably a Wood Hammer. That's what my guess is going to be. And so what we potentially have to stall out turns of grassy terrain, because we do have a focus sash. We will do a little bit of chip. Woodhammer comes out into Urshva. We do actually even manage to hold on, so that's a really nice one. We do have Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is probably not going to do enough. Tailwind is gone. That's fine. I don't care about the Tailwind. There are... Just kidding. We go for a Moonblast. Moonblast on Arilla. We go for a Protect on Urshifu. We can go for a Helping Hand Sucker Punch, because I'm guessing you go for a Grassy... I mean, yeah, you have to go for a Grassy Glide at this point. As, yep, we will see a Grassy Glide on Urshifu. We're just getting a little bit of chip with Moonblast. I think, like I said, a Sucker Punch with Helping Hand should be enough to put it in range where Whimsicott will win the one-on-one. Yeah, let's do that. So let's click a Helping Hand onto Urshifu, as well as a Sucker Punch onto Rilla. We do have priority over Grassy Glide, so that's what's really going to help us here. Get some big damage. I'm guessing it's Assault Vested. As let's see how much this Sucker Punch does. It will just be enough to knock out the Rillaboom. So shout out to Helping Hand Whimsicott, really coming in clutch there. Urshifu also putting in a ton of work. I think positioning around Giratina was kind of... Yeah, let's take a look. This is actually really cool. You don't see things every day. Heliolisk is fast, man. Makes sense. Max special attack, max speed. So we could have gone for a sunny day. We do see Protect, Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt, Glare. It is what it is. Is Glare 100% act? Oh, Glare is 100%. I thought it was 85. Interesting. Hex, Earth Power, Will-O-Wisp, Protect. Yep, makes sense. Pretty standard there. We are going to see a very defensively bulky one. Makes sense why it took the hit so well. Adrenaline Orb, Zapdos. Nice. No real reason to bring that. Pretty standard. Triage. Yeah, Ally Switch. Max defense, once again, hitting it on the special side was ideal. Incin, and yeah, Assault Vest, Rillaboom, max HP, max attack. I'm glad we were able to pull that off. But I think Wimmy was in a really good spot, even if we didn't. But yeah, really good second game. Nothing but to say, but yeah, let's keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, battle number 3, and we are continuing the trend of dragons. This time it is going to be Eternatus. So it is Suicune, Eternatus, Incin, Rilla, Weavile, and Entei. Reshiram in a really good spot once again, having good answers into Eternatus, having good answer for Incin, Rilla, Weavile, and Entei. Overall, a really solid pick here. It is going to be about setting it up. We do have Lele. Lele is also a great option. I like Wimmy Urshifu with Lele and Reshiram in the back. Aleki is tempting. No, it's not. Aleki doesn't do enough. I think this is our best bet. We have really strong damage on physical side with Urshifu. We have really strong damage on the special side with Reshiram. Reshiram usually is going to have a good matchup into a lot of this team, so it is going to be a question of what do they bring. I do expect to see some type of fake out user, which gives us a nice pivot into Lele to help deal with that, to set up a Tailwind, which potentially we don't want to do depending on what they have. As we do see Weavile Eternatus. So what? Weavile could have triple axle. I can do this. This is a pretty all-in play. I'm gonna do this, because if you hit all 3 triple axles, that should take down Urshifu, which is, as the children say, really, really bad. But what, you expect a Tailwind? So you might expect a Tailwind, right? And you could also fake out with Weavile, in which case, like, that would also be not fun. If you fake out Wimmy, that's really good for us. That's the ideal. You fake out Whimsicott. We are gonna see. Oh no, fake out has lower priority. We will see a triple axle onto Whimsicott. That's fine. They hit 1, they hit 2. We're gonna go down to a third one. They will hit all 3, so we don't have Tailwind support. But I don't think that that's gonna matter too much, as We will see a Dynamax Cannon come out into our Shifu. Worst case, it brings us down to our Sash, right? It will... Yep, we will go down to Sash. But we are going to get a huge, huge Wicked Blow onto this Eternatus, right? This hopefully will pick up a knockout. God, I hate this game. We can bring out Reshiram now. Reshiram lets us pressure Weavile and go for a Sucker Punch. I expect to protect. I would like to... I'm going to hit into Weavile and protect Urshifu. You could go for a feint. Let's do this. You might protect... Yeah, you could protect... Or you just have Ice Shard. Which is apparently higher priority than what I had. So, definitely a little rough. We will see a Dynamax Cannon. Please, please, for the love of God, live, Reshiram. That's all I ask of you. You're probably not. Nope, you're not gonna live. We have Lele. Lele. Oh God, imagine if I'd switch out. That would have been a sick play. Switch out Lele, or switch out Eternatus into Lele, or Reshiram into Lele. Take 0 from the cannon, and then be able to fire back. We are faster, so I go for a Moonblast onto Eternatus. I hope you don't realize I'm Scarfed, and I can at least get 1 KO to redeem myself. But it is probably going to be... Rilla, yeah, Rilla, if it's a Rilla, we auto-lose. If it's Entei, we auto-lose. If it's Incin, we essentially auto-lose. So there's not really a way... There's no way we can actually win this. If we had switched Lele out... Oh, that was such a good play. I forgot. Did I Wicked? I thought I went for a Sucker Punch. I guess they're the same priority bracket. So what we could... the correct play would have been to swap out Lele to stop the Ice Shard and then Wicked Blow into Eternatus. But we will, we'll give them the satisfaction of KOing us with Triple Axle. Or we'll live. We'll go down to... if you have Rillaboom, you bring out Rillaboom, you go for Fake Out, we lose. Because you realize at this point that I'm Scarfed because of the fact that I outsped Eternatus. As we will see, yep, there's Rilla. So, yeah, that was a tough call to make. I didn't realize that Ice Shard is the same priority as Sucker Punch. I always think Sucker Punch is one higher. If I had known that, the correct play definitely would have been to swap into Lele for Reshiram to stop the Ice Shard, go for the KO onto that slot, and then we would have actually been in a really good position from there. Because Weavile, Weavile could have still done stuff. It would have still been really hard, but it would have been at least slightly closer. But overall, I think still a really good first run with the team. We were able to really show off what it can do, and I think I just got outplayed in this one hard, and the switch was very obvious, and like I said, that was a misunderstanding from my part on the mechanics. Definitely make sure to check out the team, make sure to check out the rental below. We will be playing more games with this team, and yeah, until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.